Well, hello, my beautiful Virgo. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your yearly reading for 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Virgo, this is your yearly reading for 2024. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with an in-depth look at each month so you know what to expect. Also, I want you to be aware there is so much potential to tap into this year, so much good luck available at the beginning of the year in particular, but I do need to make you aware of some difficult transits that we will have collectively that has the power to influence society in some way, and it would be wrong of me not to mention it, okay? So I'm going to let you know that there's a lot of positive, but there is a little bit of a bumpy road ahead as well this year. I feel you can all feel it, you know, so I'm probably not saying anything new, but I will make you aware of what's going on there for the collective, especially in terms of planetary alignments. Because this year, it will be considered an intense transitional year full of plot twists, shocking exposés, and new technological firsts. And you can already see how the beginning of the year has started. There's been so much going on there. So there'll be more of the same throughout the year. Now this year, it will be governed by the super serious planet Saturn, the great karmic retribution planet that can throw some tough lessons, challenges, or even course corrections our way. But ultimately, it encourages us to get serious about our life path for our highest good. Plus, I've already mentioned one of the most significant and powerful transits occurring on the 20th of January. Pluto moves into the powerful maverick and revolutionary sign of Aquarius. Now, Aquarius energy, it rules society, social order, people's rights, infrastructure changes, as well as technological advances. Pluto is also associated with the Judgment card, an awakening to connect to your soul on a deeper level, to reset or rebirth in some way, okay? Now, expect wake-up calls and controversial revelations on a global scale this year, because 2024 is that transitional year for major change, and it really is a big deal. Because Pluto does not change signs regularly. It's often referred to as the generational planet. The last time Pluto was actually in the sign of Aquarius long-term was 1778 right through to 1798, where we had powerful uprisings in the form of the American and French revolutions. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen this time round. However, the energy is with us right up until 2043, so perhaps that may be an indication of how the collective might be feeling from now right up until then, standing up for your rights and fighting for what you believe in, maybe not on such an intense scale, but the energy supports it at this time, so we may see some interesting changes going on there. Now, every planet has a positive and a negative, of course, and on the negative side, we may see oppressive power plays or restrictions on freedoms of speech, or even changes in policies, rules, and regulations. But on the positive note, we'll potentially see more power to the people moments, as Aquarius tends to join society together to exert their free will rather than to tear it apart. And last time, Pluto actually moved signs long-term, shall we say, it was in 2008 and into the sign of Capricorn. Now, Capricorn, it rules money, governments, and power structures, and Pluto can be a very destructive force. So in 2008, we saw one of the most notably difficult financial crashes the world has ever witnessed. And whilst Pluto will spend the majority of time in the sign of Aquarius, it will retrograde from September to November back into the sign of Capricorn. Now, this could indicate that we might potentially see some crisis moment economically there. Also, Pluto moves back into Aquarius, and this is where we may also see a more global launch of economic technology, or something that we've never really seen before, as Pluto's influence in Aquarius fast tracks innovation, especially in the realm of technology and AI. Now, this is a perfect time, I always say it, to get into the habit of downloading your monthly statements, just to keep a documented proof of what you have in your accounts, should there be any gremlins in the system this year. Also, Pluto actually reveals hidden agendas, wrongdoings, or information kept from the collective from January the 20th onwards, but do watch out for any distractions sent to camouflage these potentially controversial moments, because they will arise. Ultimately, there is a strengthening of community this year, giving a voice to the collective, a real desire to change the world for a better place, and a yearning for more independence. And on a personal level, a personal note is actually really positive, because Pluto asks you to see below the surface. Just as I say that, the Sun card comes out there as well there for you. You're not taking things at face value, and this transition will influence you in a major way to transform your life for the better, to reestablish your power, exert your independent nature, do bold and daring things that you've never done before, integrate and spread your wings to fly. And on a psychological level, it will help you break negative patterns, to free yourself up from any self-sabotage traits or self-doubt. Mercury, planet of communication, also starts the year direct, making for a smoother transition into 2024. It will retrograde at the end of January, so, I would save down any documents that you're working on, because it tends to play havoc with any technological things and appliances around your home space, so just watch out for that as well. Now also, if you're thinking of launching something online this year, it will be very prosperous. Maybe not do it during a Mercury retrograde, but you'll intuitively know when the right moment is to do that. But humanity will access clear, logical thinking this year. You'll feel more organized to make swift decisions or changes to enable you to reach successful milestones in your life. Just getting all your cards. I'm telling you all these details to get your cards, so that you have something interesting to hear whilst I'm getting these cards, because, sometimes it takes a long time for the cards to pop out. But anyway. Now also, planning and strategizing will be at the forefront of your mind. Jupiter, my favorite planet of good luck, expansion and opportunity, will be in the earth sign of Taurus. So 2024 might be more money focused, encouraging you to be more mindful of budgets and get serious about your goals with a renewed fire in your soul. Jupiter also aspects Saturn to start this year, which is truly fortuitous for the collective, adding extra luck. Then Uranus and Jupiter take over to amplify that success. Opportunity, good luck overall, as well as encouraging us to seek new knowledge. So you may think about taking a class of learning, maybe read more books, or take online downloads to really soak up extra knowledge there. Now, with all these shifts and plot twists, you may even find yourself being super flexible to combine these elements and find new ways of earning money, especially online, because Aquarius energy supports that, and generate more finances to create security in an ever-changing environment. It will be important more than ever this year to create space for mindfulness, to connect to nature and focus on your true calling, as well as develop and nurture friendships and relationships. Now, there are some bumpy times ahead in 2024. Notably, I feel there's 3 major events to watch out for, especially at the end of the year. Uranus retrograding from September, Jupiter retrograding from October, and Saturn direct from November. This combination did occur at the same time as that financial domino effect I mentioned in 2008. So it could set us all up for a bit of a wobble in that area. Ultimately, the year ahead, though, has so much potential for you to tap into, and January is your blueprint to start from in order to reach higher than ever before, recognizing true happiness comes from within, and then it filters outwards to your external circumstances, establishing security, comfort, and prosperity throughout the year, okay? And looking at your cards, I feel there's a lot of prosperity going on here. I mean, there's something to look out for in April for you, but we will get to it in a moment. We have Mercury Of course, it depends on where your placements are, but overarching energy this year for you is all about communication, information, education, and it says here awareness, communication, writing, news, short trips, thoughts, ideas, perceptions, learning, and intelligence. And I always say this, my beautiful Virgo, you have a supercomputer brain, and it's really going to be on fire in a really good way this year. Lots of new ideas, getting really organized, focusing on your tasks, smashing them out of the park, hitting your goals and your deadlines, and really, being the best that you can be. And I'm not just talking about in terms of career. I'm talking also in terms of your health. I'm bizarrely getting an energy straight away. I'm being shown a horseshoe, and it's being put on. Okay, so, horseshoes, they represent luck. For some of you, it could be that you have lucky shoes. I'm not really sure. But I feel you'll be paying more attention to your shoes this year, or your feet in some way, a chiropodist, podiatry. Some of you may even decide to work in that arena, but I feel you're going to be paying more attention to your feet. And it could be that they're trying to highlight that you're taking the first steps towards something really prosperous in your world. To see a horseshoe being put on, it indicates luck. And wherever you're going, it's going to be a very prosperous time. Lots of opportunity there for you. But it can also indicate that, you are establishing a foundation. You're really strong in the journey that you're about to take this year. And that, of course, feet are so important. They take us to where we need to go. So I feel that, you are, I feel it's symbolic. It's more like, you are choosing a journey, and it's going to be truly prosperous this year. But some of you may actually be paying close attention to your feet in some way, whether it's getting massages to really create peace and harmony, or whether it's just, making sure you've got the right fitting shoe. I know it's really bizarre that it's coming out there, but it's going to connect to somebody out there because it's come up for a reason. And I have to mention everything that comes out in the water there, okay? Expect lots of good news. Some of you may even use new technology this year to advance your life in some way. But also I feel this is about you communicating your needs, not just to those around you by establishing healthy boundaries. It's about really communicating to the universe as well, what it is you visualize for your future, because you're tapping strongly into the law of attraction, okay? We have the 9th house here as well for you. And this is really exciting because you're developing your spiritual gifts. Some of you are going to have really strong flashes of insight, knowingness. You'll develop your spiritual gifts this year for sure. But also I feel this is more about, again, your journey and finding peace and harmony there. And also noticing that you have a lot of people in spirit, ancestors, who walk alongside you and are enforcing your power almost. They're really encouraging you, cheerleading you along the way. And you're going to see lots of signs and symbols that they're around you. And I feel one of the first ones is a horseshoe. Okay, so, it may be relevant to you on a personal level for some reason right now. For some of you, it could be that you're deciding to take horse riding classes, and perhaps, it's something that an ancestor used to love doing. I'm not really sure how else to decode the energy that I'm being given. But I feel you're going to see lots of signs and symbols over the whole year of horseshoes everywhere, okay? Luck is on your side. Now, it says here, foreign travel, long journeys, wisdom, law, learning, adventure, rituals, foreigners, spirituality, and religion. So you're going to be paying close attention to your belief system, developing a stronger belief system there, but also opening yourself up to more adventure. You may have even gone through your diary already and plot pointed new exciting experiences that you really want to experience this year. I get an energy of you booking stuff already throughout the rest of the year, so that you have something really exciting to look forward to. Now, some of you, not all of you, but you may have already booked a tarot reading, a personal one-to-one, or, you may be seeing a psychic or someone this year in order to help you with some questions that you have. This person, they have a lot of very interesting and true things to say, okay? Obviously, be very discerning. I feel like the person that you're booking actually is really good. But I feel they have a really strong message from an ancestor in that. And it's something to really pay attention to, okay? So yeah, that's coming through there as well. Also, some of you may have put yourself on a course of learning already, or you're thinking about going back to college, or even like picking up a new hobby or craft or upskilling in some way. This is the year where you, learn a lot more, or you increase your knowledge in some way that helps you with your personal development. And some of you may even decide to pick up tarot for yourself, or, do a class on scrying, or even open yourself up to more meditation to expand your mind and create harmony, and really pay close attention to your chakras and all of that. I feel like you're embracing otherworldliness. I mean, some of you may have even had a desire to watch documentaries about the unexplained, or, really research into things that are unknown or unexplainable at this time. And you may be looking for scientific evidence on something that you've always been interested in. Okay, so it's not just the occult. I feel like it's the otherworldliness, the stuff that humans haven't quite figured out yet that you may be really interested in at this time. So I definitely see a lot of that going on too. We also have the wolf energy there. So that's wolf moon, of course. And this is about your path. Wolves are pathfinders. So I feel like you're going to be very clear about your direction this year, even if in the past, you've known the goals that you want to accomplish, but at the same time, you're not really sure how to get there. I feel there's a major clarity this year. There's this energy of, really decluttering, making sure that you organize yourself in some way just to get stuff done and find a clear path to where you want to go. And it says here, ask your pack to assist you. Explore your own modes of expression. Be resourceful, express yourself fully, and use your intuitive instinct. So definitely developing your spiritual gifts, your intuition, but also I feel this is about, you and who deserves a place in your world, those who are nearest and dearest to you. You're going to be very discerning about the company that you keep. I feel like you are making sure that you keep people around you who, of course, support your dreams and goals, but you're the sort of person who doesn't mind someone who says no to you or who disagrees with you. In fact, I feel like you're the sort of person who would rather have someone who has their own opinions so you can hash it out and have a debate. And I feel like you're the sort of person who would rather someone was super honest with you, even if it's going to hurt, even if it was, something you didn't really want to hear. I feel like you're the sort of person who'd rather hear it and then allow it to sort of ruminate so you can think about it and think, well, is this true? Or, I feel you're that sort of person. So I feel you're actually keeping good company this year. And if you feel like you're in a solitary energy, I feel like you're building your soul tribe this year as well. Community is stronger than ever before for you. So you could connect to a community event and make new friends there, or, pick up a hobby, or, involve yourself in something that you're really interested in and you make friends for life. But also you enhance and deepen the partnerships and relationships that you have in your own life this year as well. Now, also we have the scythe. So you're definitely in a mode of decluttering, organizing your life in some way, really cutting out anything that, doesn't work for you or you've outgrown, you've evolved from there. But this is sudden energy, okay? When you get the scythe, this is a sudden removal or a sudden clearing. So some of you may have a lot of moments where you suddenly change your mind on something, and it's that instinctive nature coming to the fore. Don't second guess yourself this year, okay? You're on point. If something doesn't feel right, cut it out. If something doesn't feel like it's going in, the way that you hoped for, and your gut instinct is kind of screaming at you to pay attention, then I feel like you're paying attention and you're making adjustments accordingly, okay? I feel the scythe may be connected to something in April for you, especially since you have the tower there. The tower is a sudden removal of something or a sudden shock in some way, but it can also be a sudden liberation from something that perhaps has been, annoying you or bugging you for quite some time. Or if you're feeling stuck, it could be that suddenly you find the answer that you seek, and now you know how to change your circumstances for the better. But we will get into it when we get to April there. Number 10 is the Wheel of Fortune energy. And because you've got the horseshoe there, I definitely see that you're having a major change in your luck. Now, the scythe could indicate that some of you are cutting out a food substance, or, a toxic environment or a toxic person from your life this year, and you're never looking back. I feel from the month of April into May, whatever it is, it's not re-entering your life ever again, okay? So For example, if you have an allergy to a food substance and it's only been giving you a little bit of a problem, this year you may see it amplified in some way and suddenly you need to cut it out. If it's making you feel bloated, lethargic, or if you have some sort of hormonal fluctuation going on there and it's triggered by a food substance, I definitely see you paying attention and cutting it out long term, because it's just not worth it on your immune system or on your body. Also, this could be, a pattern that has played out in your world quite a lot. It could be a lesson that is returning, or it could be, a person who continuously comes into your world, but, takes your resources or does not come in reciprocity. There seems to be an energy here of you saying, no, I'm establishing a healthier boundary. I'm not allowing you to have access to my life anymore. This is a card of like sorting the wheat from the chaff, okay? And I feel like you're only moving forward with the best, especially since you've got the Empress energy to start your year. Male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about nourishing yourself in the best way possible. It's about doing what's right for you, but it's also establishing your boundaries. And we've also got the letter. So you got Mercury there and the letter. So communication is big for you this year. Some of you may take some major presentations this year and you're going to be so articulate and find the right words to express yourself and really like set yourself apart from other people. Some of you may write a book this year, or you may publish something, or you may go into an arena where your words are necessary and you are truly heard for what you need to say, because people want to hear what you have to say. Some of you may, set up a podcast or something on social media. And also, if you're looking for love, I feel this is a year where you meet someone who is on your level, someone who, communicates their needs in a relationship, someone who's emotionally available, someone who is very romantic as well. The letter can also indicate that some of you have decided that you're going back to like old school ways of communicating. It's nice to receive a text and a phone call and all of those things, but to get a letter in your hand that's been written by somebody else, that is a joy. I really try to keep up my letter writing skills. I don't do it as often as I want because I'm so busy, but sometimes I'll sit down and I'll just get that pen and it's just me, the pen, the paper. And it's a private exchange of, what I really want to say, because you get to ruminate when you're using a pen. You get to say, is that really the word I want to commit to the page, rather than just a text when you're just texting away and then you delete. No. Or, you correct yourself. It's really about intentional living this year. And I really feel that you are in some way also returning to a tradition this year as well. Something that perhaps you used to love doing for you, because I feel like you're leading with your best foot forward, and there's so much opportunity here for you as well. So many opportunities to succeed as well and reach your goal. But your first month here is January, and we've got the Empress energy. Now, this is about you recognizing that the whole year is ripe with potential and possibility. And I also feel some of you are like, okay, it's another year for wisdom, for implementing your knowledge, but also to, be successful. And I definitely get an energy here of you kind of like nourishing yourself. So January might have been full so far of, New Year's resolutions, a promise to be healthier in some way, to make sure that your own needs are adhered to. But also, I feel there's a transformative energy here. Some of you may yearn to change your wardrobe or change your hairstyle or your style in some way. There's nothing wrong with you at all, my beautiful Virgo, but I just get this desire for change. Some of you may change the color of your hair, or you may suddenly decide to restructure your home in a different way, to create a sanctuary, maybe even shake up the energy in the environment that you live in. You may do some DIY, decluttering. You may even be sorting through cupboards or closets or fixing things that perhaps, needed to be done, but you just didn't have time. Ultimately, I feel like you're starting from the best possible position, okay? Also, I feel this surge of creativity, productivity as well. So you're in a mode of doing. This is a card where you're getting stuff done. You know what needs to be done, and you're not leaving it till tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. I feel like you're actually on it, and very creative. So some of you may birth some new ideas or new creative projects there. But I feel like you're raring to go to see what, the whole year can bring there. Also, I feel like you are in a very powerful position in in the way that you are dealing with yourself. I feel like you are comfortable in your own skin. I feel like there is an emotional security about you. And I feel like, there's this confidence. It's almost like you've told yourself, you know what? I can only be me. So why not be confident in the wonderful me? So I feel like you're recognizing that your uniqueness is your strength. And I feel like you're putting that to the fore in some way. Now, some of you, you may start the year pregnant, of course, and there is a potential if you are pregnant, that this year your child may come a little bit early, okay? That's what's coming out there as well. Nothing to worry about at all. I just see that, there could be, the arrival of a little one a little bit earlier, or you may hear of a friend who's pregnant and their child arrives a little bit early, is what I see there too. Now, for some of you, you may actually get pregnant in this month. So if you are hoping to get pregnant, there is a strong potential for that to happen. And of course, if you do not want to, then, take precautions there as well. I'm just going to clarify this energy because I feel like this is a very sort of body, mind, and soul, health conscious month for you, okay? And I feel like you are someone who's sticking to your intentions. I feel like you don't have any temptations there. I mean, the Four of Pentacles also tells me that you're thinking about security, your foundations, maybe even trying to save a little bit extra money. You may have had some excess like spending going on in the months before. And I mean, some of you may even be a little bit more of a homebody in the month of January, but it's almost like you've plotted some really exciting things to do throughout the rest of the year. Don't get me wrong, there may be some starts of stuff going on at the beginning of January, but I feel like you're easing your way into January as well, even though you're going to be very busy. Okay, I feel like you're just in the flow of things. Now, the Four of Pentacles also is a great foundation for you to start your year, okay? So you may be making savings plans or be looking at your pension if you're retired, how you can best use your resources to secure your position financially throughout the year. Also, I'm getting an energy here of you, finding that what is meant for you will never pass you by. It's almost like you're secure in the knowledge that, you're ready to take on the year ahead. And actually, there's so many good things happening here for you. But I feel like you're trying to find the beauty of the moment, okay? To live in the moment. Literally what my tee says here, or my sweater, enjoy the moment. I really feel this was a very important message for the collective for the year of 2024. Because I feel that's something that everybody is tapping into right now. Yes, there's a lot of ups and downs in the world, and we're all going through personal experiences that can be really tough, and some excellent joys and opportunities and successes and wins. But we must remember one thing, enjoy the moment, because we are here for but a breath, okay? A breath in the whole, like, eon of the universe. So I feel, sometimes as humans, we live in the past. We think about all the things that we shoulda, coulda, woulda done or said. And also we have memories that we want to enjoy, or we have memories that we want to get closure on. And of course, then we're always looking forward to the future, hoping for our goals and dreams to become a reality. And sometimes it's hard to live in the present moment. And I feel you've promised yourself this year that you're going to be a little bit more present and enjoy the moment. Stop and smell the roses kind of energy. Now, the Four of Pentacles, some of you, not all of you, may increase your security in your home space, okay? Not for any other reason that, you just want to get it done. I don't see anything negative here. So I definitely see some of you may need even to change batteries in some sort of electronic system, a security system that you have in your home space, or even change batteries in fire alarms and things like that. I just feel like you're looking in the home space and seeing what needs to be done, okay? Because I feel like you're getting your house in order, shall we say. And also, the Four of Pentacles is a very important reminder to us all not to let life pass us by, okay? That life is for living. And, as much as possible, I feel like you're looking at long-term security. And I also see that you're managing to hang on to money this month. You're managed to do a little bit more savings than usual as well. But also you're going to enjoy some of your finances. I feel like you're going to find really good discounts or deals on things that perhaps you've been waiting to purchase. I know this is a month where there may be some sales. So it could be that you're waiting for the right moment to pounce on an opportunity, because I feel there's more money in your pocket than there is elsewhere. So I feel like you're getting some really great deals there. Now, as we move into February, we have a new perspective for you with the Hangman. Now, the Hangman is an indication that it's a time to end old ways and release any restrictions, anything that's holding you back. And, this period, whilst I feel like you're still going to be busy, there's an energy here of sacrificing something in order to gain something new. So I feel almost like this is a new start for you. It feels almost as if February is your start of the year. I know it's really strange, but I keep getting this energy of the collective having different starts to the year. So even though January is like a timeline of a start of the year, it feels like February for you, something happens here where you just feel like it's new. Everything's new, okay? And I'm going to pull a card and find out what that is for you. But the Hangman is an indication that, you are, really chilled. You are finding ways to manage stress levels. You are in the flow of doing. But also, I feel you may shake your world upside down in a little way. And I feel like you're in control of that, because the Hangman actually puts himself on the tree of life in order to get a new perspective for happiness, okay? And, there tends to be the sun around the back of the Hangman's head. So it's like, how can I change my life in some way to find more fulfillment and to get more clarity or enlightenment? And you've got the sun card happening in July for you. So it may be something that you change or restructure in your world, or even have a thought to do it and action it in April. And then it comes to fruition in July for you, okay? So it could be something that is related there. But also the Hangman is an energy of knowledge. So some of you may take up a class of learning then. You may have booked it in January, but it's happening in February. And it could be something that you really enjoy doing. You're going to ease yourself into that and you absorb new knowledge there as well. So let me just pull a card on that Hangman for you. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know? I mean, Hangman literally means relax, don't fret, there's nothing to worry about. You'll know when it's time to act. So it could be, I feel really strong Wheel of Fortune energy from this, because I'm seeing that horseshoe again. So I'm just going to... It could be a lucky break that you may want to take a pause to really reflect on before you launch it or connect to it in some way. So that's coming out there as well. We've got the Four of Wands. It's definitely something to celebrate there. Judgment, something to do with your path. Two of Swords, King of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. I definitely felt that energy coming through there for you. And so it's some sort of lucky break that happens. But with the Hangman energy, it's almost like you need to take a pause to reflect before you connect to it, before you take action on something. Okay, so Four of Wands, something to celebrate, something that perhaps you've been trying to prepare for quite some time. Could also be something that, you've been working really hard to accomplish, and this is an important milestone that you'll celebrate that indicates you're halfway there, because this is always the halfway line, okay? So it's almost like whatever it is, the goal is reached in the month of July, but also I feel like there's two parts to this goal where you accomplish major things, and that's July and September. So I definitely see that there's some really great stuff coming your way. Now, we do have the Judgment card. So this is like your true calling, an epiphany moment, a wake-up call, but for the positive, because the Wheel of Fortune is there. It's like something that's been in your heart for some time is being manifested, and it shows up for you. But it's almost like you need to think about it. So it could be that there's a promotion or a raise that comes in, and it requires you to, have new skills. So you may actually take a class of learning to get a certification, or maybe you're doing a new role and you need to learn more about it, and it feels really overwhelming, but you've got this. Could also be, some sort of bonus that comes in, or it could be an energy of you deciding to leave a position in order to take on a new position. With the Two of Swords there, it's like, you need to make a decision on something. And it also indicates with the Wheel of Fortune and the Two of Swords, it's like you don't see this coming. This is like a stroke of good luck that happens in the month of February for you, okay? But the Judgment card is a card of also having to make a decision about your path, your true calling. So if you've left 2023 feeling a little bit left out of the job scene, for example, if you were made redundant in 2023 and you're feeling like, things are looking a little bit stagnant on the job market, I see the end of January into February being a really great month for you to get a wonderful opportunity that's more in alignment with your skill set, but also there's more status here as well. We do have the Two of Swords here. There may even be two opportunities you may have to choose from, because there is a major choice that happens, a life-changing choice that happens in the month of February for you. So maybe that's why it's really great to take a pause. There is purpose in patience and pause, because it gives you time to reflect. And the Two of Swords really is to have clear sight, okay? If you're feeling uncertain about something, I feel like you need to remain in a peaceful state of mind to get the answers that you seek. But also, I feel like there's no need to rush forward in this month. And that's what the overarching energy is telling you. If someone is trying to get you to make a decision on something and they're pressurizing you, slow it down, put the brakes on, because I feel anyone who tries to pressurize you into anything has an alternative motive, and it's not going to work in your favor, or it tends to not be for your benefit. It tends to be for theirs. So I feel like you know that already, my beautiful Virgo. Now we do have the King of Wands there. Now, the King of Wands is an energy of passion, of being really driven, ambition there. I feel like you are leading the way. This is marching to the beat of your own drum, literally what that card is doing there. But it's like setting your soul on fire, doing something that is in alignment with your life's mission and purpose, and really coming to the fore. Now, if you're retired, for some of you, you may return to a property that you thought about purchasing, or some of you may even want to return to your hometown and purchase property there, or some of you may even be thinking about like a holiday home abroad there. And if you're not thinking about traveling during this time or purchasing anything during this time, it could be that you actually reunite with somebody that you haven't seen for a while, and there is some sort of connection there where they will be in your life a little bit long term. This person is significant, and whether you're retired or not, I definitely see reuniting energy going on in the month of February. So some of you may either bump into someone you haven't seen for a while, or someone reaches out that you haven't seen for a while, but there's something about this person where part of you is kind of like, you know, it's really nice to see them after all this time, but do they really deserve a place in my life long term? So you may actually take a little bit of a pause to see if this person has changed in some way, because I feel like there's a reason why this person and you disconnected many years ago. And I'm not saying it's an ex, but it could be someone that you were really interested in or had some sort of physical attraction to. It doesn't have to be, though. It could be a friend who, you know, you were really great together, but then something happened and it kind of disconnected you both. But I feel like there's a reconnection going on here. You get to choose whether you want to be back in this person's energy or not. This card indicates you're influencing your future for the better, okay? So I definitely see you're aligning yourself with your visions and your goals, and you are going from strength to strength. Some of you may actually be like on the down low behind the scenes launching a business or an entrepreneurship, or you've got ideas that you want to put into practice. And that's why you're kind of like in dormant mode in February, where you're just getting all the logistics ready together before you launch something. Whatever it is, it's going to be super, super prosperous and really lucky for you as well. We have the Wheel of Fortune, so this is a lucky month for you. Things turn around for you quite quickly. I definitely see there's like a lucky break, or things just work out perfectly for you. There may even be an energy where you have to come out of a comfort zone, or if something is stagnant and, you know, you've been waiting for something for some time and nothing's been happening, suddenly out of the blue, there is action, and it's working for your highest good there as well. But when you get the Wheel of Fortune and the Judgment card, this is about your destiny. You can see it clearly where you couldn't before. You know, if you've been, you know, feeling a little bit in limbo recently, or, you know, life has been a little bit stalemate for you, suddenly February is the month to take action, and there's a major milestone in your life where you will celebrate this moment as well. So very fortress month for you. It's really, you know, interesting, because you can get a hangman energy and you can feel a little bit like, that's a bit of a downtime energy. But actually it indicates for you, you need to take a pause to reflect on the choices that you're making, because it will affect the rest of your life. This is a big deal for February for you. Now we do have the Temperance card, and this is for March. So this is really about, you know, you re-examining your priorities, making sure you're on the right path or on the flow of things. But it's also about creating balance and harmony for you. This is a card of of purpose, having value in life, reestablishing your sense of value about yourself and looking at where people may underestimate you or undervalue you or even waste your time. I feel like you are really conscious of time this year, and you're making sure that you're very time efficient, but you're creating something really special. So it's almost like you're blending all the ingredients, all your wonderful skill set, your talents, your gifts, and your knowledge. You're blending it all up into a wonderful idea, and it is going to take root and be something truly special there for you. Now, also, when you get this card, this is about, keeping a tight rein on your finances, or at least remaining in balance. I feel like, the first couple of months, it feels very much like you're not spending too much when it comes to finances. I feel like you are having everything in moderation, including food, substances, and the way you live your life as well. So let's see what's going on there for the Temperance card. Yeah, Four Swords. Four Swords is like... it's really interesting because the Temperance card can also be about flexibility. There is a duality against this card. I'm going to go one more, but what I'm getting here is that you're getting comfortable with uncertainty. Lots of twists and turns, even when they're for the positive. There's part of you that's like, you know what? Sometimes the universe sends you a curveball, and sometimes you've got a bat, and sometimes you recognize that you're going to miss the ball. And I feel you're recognizing that actually what is meant for you will never pass you by. You're going to be right on the things that you need to be on, and everything else is going to fall away. So with the Four Swords, I really get a sense here that you're protected. Four Swords tends to mean that during a period of pause or reflection, you are, recharging your batteries, but your guides are around you, making sure that you have the time you need to reflect. So 2 months, very reflective energy, but also some of you may think about taking a spiritual retreat during these times. It may be something that you've booked already, or maybe something, there may be some sort of vacation energy going on around February and March time for you. But the Four Swords is clarity. Okay, it's an energy of allowing your mind to rest, because I feel like you're going to be very busy at the beginning of the month there. We've got the Six of Wands. I mean, you're reflecting on your success. Okay, this is a triumph. This is an award. I mean, this could be some really great news that comes in that you influenced. You made it happen. So I feel like you're basking in the warm glory of you accomplishing something really, truly great. And I also feel like you're renewing your faith in, good things happening. And you're embracing your uniqueness as well. You need to get some really good quality sleep and rest during these 2 months, because I feel things are going to get pretty hectic and intense in the month of April for you. We'll see why in a moment. But the Four Swords is like, it's almost like you're sitting back and you're really thinking about all the hard work that went into you reaching this milestone or whatever it is for you, okay? For some of you, if you want to be in the public eye, if you are someone who is an influencer on a social media platform, or you're a performer or artist and you want to be well known for what you do, or even if you are like the CEO of a company and you're in technology or logistics or construction or catering, whatever it is that you're in, even in healthcare, whatever it is, I feel like you're noticed and appreciated for what you do. And there could be some sort of award that comes in. I mean, it may be a bonus, but I feel it could be more like an acknowledgement that you're doing a really great job, a recognition that, you're really successful at what it is that you do. This is a good month for news, good news at that. And I feel, overarching, your whole year is about news coming in and reaching you. And I feel like you'll celebrate that too. Okay. Now we do get to April. Now, pretty much every sign bar one has, a tower, okay? And yours is in the month of April. Now, the tower is not to be feared. It can indicate, especially since you've got 2 months where there is a bit of a pause energy, where it feels like you're taking things easier. Sometimes people think because nothing's happening that life is pretty dull or boring, and that's not true at all. The simplicity of life is so important, because it means you're in the flow of being on top of your bills, focusing on your tasks. You're just keeping your life running smoothly. And then, you've got the tower. So it can mean all change. Suddenly, things get really hectic. Suddenly, there's new deadlines that perhaps you were not expecting. It could also indicate that you're restructuring your world in some way in April. This could be like a big move or an upheaval. Or if you're in a career environment, you may hear of some sort of restructure or a merge going on there. Or there could be something something major that goes on regarding a career in that month too there. For some of you, it may be that you hear about redundancies. Maybe not you, but I feel, this year, whilst, I see there's lots of opportunity for shifts and new things, I feel like there is high potential for redundancies this year across all industries. And I feel, although it may not affect you directly, I get an energy here that if the universe has come towards you and said, it's time to change, and gives you an opportunity to move into something else, I feel it's for your highest good. I feel there's something better out there for you. Many, many years ago, and I'm just going to be quick on this, I was in a job that was truly toxic, and I refused almost every sign from the universe to leave because it paid really well. I could, look after my family, pay my bills, and had a little bit of money to save as well. And, I just, was scared to leave. And the universe came along and said, it's time. And, suddenly I found myself in a meeting because I didn't agree with what was being said or how the company was really running the company. I just felt like their belief system was just like, it was toxic. There was just, there was no soul there, let's put it that way. And suddenly I found myself standing up and like going, I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving. And part of my brain was like, what are you doing? Close your mouth. Shut up. Sit down. You need this job. And the other part, my body was like, marching itself out the door. And I was like, what am I doing? And I was just scared. But at the same time, something took me over to like nudge me out of this. But it came to a critical point where I just couldn't take any more. And you may find something like that occurring in your life. Doesn't have to be in your career, but it may be a critical point in April where you go, enough is enough. Okay. And actually, when I look back, it was the best thing that ever happened to me. Don't get me wrong. I cried all the way home. I was shaking to my core. It shook my foundations, and that's what this card is all about sometimes. Not all the time. I will pull a card on it to see, but then, I stayed very, very still. And I said to the universe, okay, you got my attention. What next? And suddenly all the opportunities that personally I wanted, that I'd fought for so many years and tried to, put resumes out there. Don't get me wrong. I was trying to find other stuff behind the scenes, but it just wasn't working. And suddenly everything I really wanted came to me without effort. And I was like, oh, I'm listening. I now get it. So there's a time for action and a time for inaction. And I feel April, you're going to see something big happening there for you too, okay? Now, the tarot can also indicate that you release yourself from a period of feeling a little bit like you're on autopilot, that you're just doing life, okay? So it could be an exciting transformation for you where you restructure your world in some way. For some of you, it may be that you move environment, you move to another area, or you get the house of your dreams and you purchase real estate, and suddenly, you've got your life in boxes and you're moving out of town. So, and some of you, it may be that you decide to suddenly leave a job or a position, or it could also be you have an epiphany about how to make some changes in your life for the better. Ultimately, it leads to happiness, because we got the Sun card here. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please clarify? We got the Three of Wands. Now, the Three of Wands is, aligning yourself with your true heart. Seven of Cups. I mean, this is like your choices. So they're indicating here, it's your choice to restructure your life. And this is something that perhaps you've been thinking about for quite some time, but it happens in April, big time. Three of Wands is you're aligning yourself with your journey and you are on the right path. This is about an abundance of opportunities. So it could be that you see lots of opportunities coming your way to shake up your life in some way, and suddenly you choose that one, your wish, and then it's like a restructure. So I actually see the Tower is working for you and not against you. But I really want you to be aware that sometimes the universe will send us really uncomfortable moments in our lives as signs to say, enough is enough. It's time to change. That could be in a relationship. It could be in a situationship. It could be in a career environment, or even like, if you're living next to a really annoying, loud neighbor, there comes a pinnacle point where you go, enough is enough. So I feel like you are changing something and you're choosing something better. The Seven of Cups is an energy of using your imagination to visualize all the potentials and possibilities available to you. What do you really want to connect to? What's really meant for your heart? In the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, the Seven of Cups, there's so many things in the cups. There's a snake. which can represent rebirth, renewal, but also, you know, whether you tell a little white lie to get yourself out of something. Could also be like there's a victory there as well. It could be like you choose to be successful, you choose to be ambitious, you choose to go after riches or fame, or you choose to follow your heart in some way. So I feel, you know, your choice is your choice, and you may shock a lot of people. But I feel like the universe has been sending you a sign in some area of your life where you feel it's time to change. For some of you, it could be that, you know, you've been out of the dating scene for a while and you really want to find a relationship or a partner. And you're like, you know what? You've been a bit of a homebody for a bit. You're like, you know what, this is the year where I'm going to get myself out of the comfort zone, and I'm going to put myself on a dating app, or I'm going to go to that event, that festival, or, you know, submerge myself in community, or get to know my neighbor, or, you know, I feel this is the year of change for you. And I feel it really, really starts majorly in the month of April there too. So I actually see, I mean, if you see that figure, this figure is on the clouds. Now, the clouds, they have the potential to disappear, right? You know, they have the potential to not support. But I feel, you know, you're being supported in your goal or your dreams or your choice. And it's like they've got like a little magic wand there. Or even right now they're showing me, so I feel Spirit's correcting me, rather than a wand, you know, like a musical conductor who has that stick. I don't know what that's called. I'm really sorry. And they do the tempo. So I feel like you are, you know, creating the tempo and being the architect of your dreams and goals. And this figure is pointing at that star and says, I want that wish. So I feel like you're restructuring your life in some way to make it happen. And it's completely in harmony with your heart's desire. You're making really good choices. And I feel that even if people around you are like, I mean, that's crazy. Nobody could ever do that, or you can't do that, or, you know, how are you going to do that? You're just going to sit back and go, watch me, because I feel like you're not allowing anyone to derail your path, okay? And we've got the Death card as we move into the month of May there. Now, the Death card is, you know, an energy of new doors opening up for you, breaking old habits. So once you've decided on some sort of restructure, I definitely get an energy that you're cultivating your landscape and making sure that nothing gets in the way of your happiness. Now, really interesting, I keep getting this energy here. Some of you are definitely paying close attention to your digestive system in the month of May, okay? I'm really getting an energy of like acid reflux or something going on there. So some of you are cutting something completely out of your diet in the month of May that stops acid reflux, okay? It's going to be different for everyone. And for some of you, you may not get it, so it may not resonate at all with anybody, but I'm really getting a strong energy of like acid reflux. And some of you may have thought, is it anxiety or is it like, but it's actually a food substance, I feel. Now, I'm not a medical practitioner, so go and check out with your medical practitioner there if you've got like excessive acid reflux and the like. But I feel like you identify something that nips it in the bud, okay? So that's coming out there from that card. But also, the Death card with the Tower, it's like something big is ending in your life. This is like a major epiphany couple of months for you where you totally restructure or revamp your life in some way, but it's for your highest good. You've been called to do this, whatever it is. And new doors are opening up for you as well. Six of Cups, you return to happier times. Okay, this is the universe sending you a gift to be happy, to open yourself up to invitations, to new people. I mean, the Six of Cups also can indicate reunion energy and remembrance of the past. So I feel Horseshoe will be very relevant in the month of May in particular. I mean, it may be an anniversary of someone important to you, but it may be that you just get a sign from someone in spirit that you really deeply care about. And they let you know that not only do they love you and support you, but also life is for living and to enjoy the moment. Follow your heart, follow your dreams. Because also you're intelligent enough as well to get to where you want to go. It's not just about frivolously following your heart. I feel like you've got the plan and a backup plan and another backup plan. And I feel like you don't need those backup plans. I feel like you're going to get to where you want to go there as well. Okay. But the Six of Cups, it tends to mean the universe steps in, destiny intervenes to offer you a gift because you are a gift and it brings so much peace. Okay. But I feel some of you may actually return to like an area where you grew up, or there's some connection this year about you returning to a place that you were really happy. But it could be a place in your life where you're really, really happy, okay? Because I feel like you're building more memories. I do see that there is a potential for an ex to return in this month, so you may hear from an ex. I'm getting more strong ex vibes in this month than any other month. Excuse me. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, no, it's mainly destiny, okay? As I said, the horseshoe is governing you this year, which is pretty much good luck. And you've got Wheel of Fortune twice. But also, Six of Cups is like a return to happier times. So this is a really great month. Things just working out for you, but also some sort of lucky break being sent to you this month where it allows you to end something. For some of you, it could be that you are ending, you know, repayments on your mortgage. It could be that you suddenly have enough money to pay everything back. For some of you, it could be that you're ending a subscription that perhaps you've been paying for and you don't use anymore. For some of you, it could be, oh, thanks so much, I'm so grateful. Oh, I don't like this message, but I'm being given it as well. Watch out for the month of April because there may be an unexpected bill that comes in. I wanted to say gift, so there may be an unexpected gift there as well, but I'm being given the message that in April there may be an unexpected bill. It will shock you, but I feel like you will return to it and somehow it gets solved. So it could be that, you know, they charge too much, and when you really look into it, investigate it further, that it gets put to the right amount. Or it could be that, for example, you purchase something and the seller doesn't want to take it back and you dispute it. You'll get it back and your money, you'll send it back and your money will be given back to you. So something about that in April as well. So just watch out for that there too. But this is a really good month in May. This is a great month for you to follow your heart, to reveal the inner workings of something as well. I feel like you may look a little bit deeper at something. But I'm feeling really strong vibes. You're going to see lots of horseshoes in the month of May in particular, okay? You're going to see it a lot throughout the year, but May is a big one there as well. Thank you so much. Truly grateful. Thank you so much. Yeah, there's an energy of... this came up briefly, I think, in the Libra reading. A pocket watch. They're really highlighting a pocket watch here as well. So it could be that there's something time efficient or time sensitive that you are looking at in this month. I feel like there may be a deadline. You hit the deadline, don't worry about it. But I feel like you may be given a extension if you need one. Okay, so if you are struggling with anything in the month of May, ask for an extension because you will be given it. You'll be given a really nice amount of time for an extension, but I actually feel like you won't need it, but I feel it's there if you need it. That's coming through there as well. Now, also, I see that some of you, there's an energy here of growing your own food or herbs or something. So some of you, it may be something that you're already doing, but you'll do more of in the month of May, or it could be something that you start in the month of May, okay? This could be like herbs on your kitchen window if you don't have a garden or a balcony, if you're not lucky enough to have that. So I feel that's something that you may start if you haven't already, but May is a good time. Or maybe it's something you've planted earlier and you're just like, you know, cutting back or pruning in the month of May there as well. Now, as we move into the month of June, we've got the Judgment card. So another month where you really have to make a big decision about your life. This is a year where you are having lots of fluctuation energy, but you're in control of all these changes. The Judgment card is also a card of you understanding what you need to do, and you're being called forward to do it, okay? So lots of wonderful ideas, and I'm going to pull a card on it because I feel like you're, by this point, completely in the flow of being on your life's purpose path. I feel like you're already kind of on that, but it's almost like you are reestablishing the fact that you are where you need to be in this month. And also, there's a really important call coming on in this month, something that you don't want to miss. So you know, this is a month where you will not want to have your phone on silent, okay? Because it may be one of those calls, I'm not sure why they're giving me this, but it may be one of those calls that come from a number that you don't recognize, or a number that says unknown caller, you know. If it's like a business or an establishment, they may like have private number or something like that. But they're giving me an energy that this is a month where you do not want to miss a call. So yeah, make note of that. Three of Cups, it could be from a friend who needs your advice or needs help in some way. For example, it could be that you hear that your friend is like stranded on the freeway and they've called their car people to come and pick them up, but they're feeling a little bit like nervous on the freeway or something, and they may need to chat to you for a little while. I'm getting this energy that they need you for some reason, okay? Because we've got the Queen of Pentacles there, which is the Virgo card, so that's your card. So it could also mean that someone during this month asks you for help fixing something, or may even ask to borrow some money. Okay, so yeah, I'm just getting that coming through there as well. It's always important, you know, if you're giving a large sum of money and expecting the person to give it back, then draw up a contract. You know, even with friends, it's so important. You're very savvy anyway, might be for Virgo. But, you know, if you don't want it back, of course, then you're giving freely. But Three of Cups, also, I mean, this is an exciting month for you, for getting out there, being sociable. It's a cause for celebration. So it could be someone important's birthday for you this year. It could be a big birthday either for like a friend of yours that you'll celebrate. But also I get a sense here of people coming together. So this could be a month where you involve yourself a little bit more in the community, or go to festivals, or get out there and just let your hair down and have a lot of fun. This is a card of relief as well. So it could be if you're trying to action some sort of project or change or move in the beginning of the year, you know, the month of June is like, it's a relief, like it's done. So if you've decided to move home, for example, and you've restructured your life, you know, this month, June, may be the month where you've got everything together and you invite your friends over to celebrate this milestone moment. Or if you've like got a lucrative deal, you may celebrate with your friends there as well. But ultimately, this is about getting out there and, you know, some of you may even like involve yourself in charitable work this month and help out. There's a giving, receiving energy there with that card. Seven of Pentacles, you know, again, as I said, I keep getting this energy of pruning. Okay, that was from the previous month as well there. So it's another card showing up like you are almost like reaping the rewards of your hard work and, you know, trying to remain in a healthy state. As you can see, she's holding half an apple, you know, so I feel like you're really paying close attention to your health. Seven of Pentacles is really about also finding an alternative form of abundance. So it could be that either you're launching something different or new this year, could be a second stream of income or a side hustle. This is going to be very lucrative for you. So you may see some extra money coming on in here. I feel like it starts small, but it grows exponentially. I really feel it turns into something really wonderful there. Could also be a seed of an idea that you've had, and it starts to grow into something really, truly solid. Seven of Pentacles can also be savable energy. So being able to save a lot more money. Some of you, if you are working with friends or deciding to launch a business with friends, or even if you're in like a lottery like pool with friends or work colleagues, there could be some sort of win going on here in this month, because we've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is to multiply your finances. I mean, the majority energy is you multiplying your finances from the home space. So it could be like a creative pursuit you have at home, or maybe you're selling things from your home space during this month. But I definitely see an increase in finances going on in the month of June for you. Also, Queen of Pentacles is really sticking to your plans, conserving your energy, feeling comfortable, you know, really protecting everything that you worked really hard for. And it is a card of remaining grounded. It's really wonderful because sometimes the Queen of Pentacles is considered the gardener who tends to all that has already been planted. And as you can see, you've got the Seven of Pentacles there too. So it's like just keeping your life running smoothly, adhering to your bills, being on top of tasks, responsibilities, paperwork, administrative stuff. stuff. So I definitely see that, you know, you are conserving all that you have worked hard for. And I feel some of you, you know, there's an energy here of like helping a friend out too. And it doesn't have to be through money. It could be that you buy them a little gift or a little something to help them along the way. But this is a nice, comfortable month for you, okay, where you have a lot of fun. A lot of going out there as well. Now, we do have the Sun card. Now, although, you know, it's not that love is not your priority this year. I feel there is love available to you throughout the whole of the year. And as bizarre as it sounds, I feel April is a month where you may shock people with being in a high-level commitment with somebody or meet someone out of the blue, because you're attracting a lot of attention throughout the whole of the year. That's the energy I've got there. And this may be something that flourishes in the month of August. So it could be someone you meet suddenly somewhere, whether it's online or in person, but it develops into something really, truly beautiful and long-term in the month of August for you, okay? But I feel the majority of the year is not like your intention to focus on love. Your intention is to focus on your own needs, to nourish your life in the best possible way, to bring more spontaneity and fun in there as well as accomplishment. And this is a month of success as well there. So if you are in a relationship already, I feel you and your partner, you may change your life in some way. This is a big deal year for both of you, where you may actually open yourself up to changing environment, or you may even have a child that, changes everything or changes your environment. Some of you may even adopt a pet. But I definitely see change within a relationship that brings you both together in a stronger way. I have to say also, there could be some critical arguments in relationships around about April, okay? Because I feel like there's a lot of pressure in that month because there's a lot of change. And sometimes, you know, when you argue with a person, it's not normally about the thing that you're arguing about, okay? So it could be you're snappy or they're snappy because they're highly under pressure, and then suddenly you're fighting over the nachos or something. I don't know. I'm just making stuff up about what it could potentially be. But you know, when, you know, you argue with someone over something so like mundane or so not important, and actually there's an underlying thing where both of you just need to say, actually, I'm under a lot of pressure and I'm really just trying to do the best that I can. And sometimes I feel unsupported, or sometimes I feel like I'm not seen or appreciated. I feel you and your partner will have that relationship talk this year, and suddenly it just makes everything become out in the open and so sort of like nurturing to the relationship. So I feel it actually helps, and the relationship is savable if you feel things are getting to a critical moment there. But the Sun card is an awakening. So this could be a major like epiphany moment where spiritually you evolve and you see things deeper than ever before. But it's also a very positive time when you move into July. I get a sense that, you know, the weather is, the weather is very changeable. There's going to be some really weird weather coming our way in 2024. But I feel in the month of July for you in particular, you're following where the sun's at. So this could be a month where you think about going on vacation or traveling somewhere. Seeking the sun is the energy that I've got there too. But also I feel like, you know, everything is blossoming for you. Everything feels good and positive. It is a month of success, but it's also a time to embrace the joys in life, the really important things. And leading with love, okay? King of Cups is about being in a really great position, you know, looking at who supports you. There's a lot of empathy in this month, but also I feel, you know, this is about launching the big journey or being on the big journey, even in difficult times. As you can see, that water is really choppy. The King of Cups is really secure in the knowledge that he or she can withstand the storm. And I feel, you know, don't get me wrong, 2024, there's going to be some bumps in the road for us all collectively, but I feel like you're in a really secure position. And, you know, this card, whenever I get this card, I almost like hear this really loud kind of go big or go home, because this figure here has the potential to launch this really small ship where, you know, that ship would definitely move through that arch there, especially on those choppy seas. But it's decided to go big, launch the big journey, you know, do the big dreams, the big things. And, you know, if you're in a high-level commitment, you know, you may actually commit to your partner on a deeper level if you haven't already, like move in with that person, get married, or, get engaged to that person. But I really get this sense here that, you know, you're emotionally secure, emotionally fulfilled, and you're in control of your destiny as well. Also, this is a month where you may need to be diplomatic about something. You may need to judge something or be a peacemaker in something as well. So I'm getting that strong energy there as well. I feel that listening to your wisdom, to follow your heart and be decisive in your decisions is important this month. And I mean, this is another great month for you to stepping into like another leadership role. I feel there's two like areas this year where you can launch into a higher position, and it may be that you move into one position and then you're staircased quite quickly this year because of your skill set. You're really noticed and appreciated in the month of July, and it just feels like a really nice warm energy there for you as well. Okay, it could be a truth comes out there in this month as well, but it's a really good outcome and good fortune. I mean, if you do want to be famous or you want to be noticed for what you do or taken seriously for what you do, this year is a really great one for that, okay? Now, as we move into the month of August, we have the Strength card, Leo energy. Of course, July into August, it is Leo season. So that's really about being flamboyant, letting yourself be seen. Even though you're a Virgo and you prefer not to step into the limelight, you try to allow your work or your projects to speak for yourself. And you're just busy doing you and being your wonderful, authentic self. You don't tend to show off, as it were. But I feel this is about you, like, really feeling free. This is about you implementing extra self-care routines. And this card also indicates a strength in your environment, in your relationships, in your immune system, in everything that you connect to. So I really feel this power up going on there as well. This is also a month to do something really bold and daring. And what's really wonderful, because you had that King of Cups come out there, this can indicate that even though there's chaotic situations around you, they don't have the power to affect you. Okay, so I'm just going to clarify that card for you. King of Swords. Look at that. I mean, you're getting a lot of king energy. And again, male or female, not a gender-specific reading. It's about the energy. But this is about establishing yourself, taking ownership of your life. And some of you, with that King of Swords there, it's like you're detached from the drama. So you're seeing things as they truly are. You know, you're thinking before you act. You're not getting involved in anything that has the potential to derail your path or influence your balance and equilibrium in any way. King of Swords is also, you know, an influencer, someone who uses reason and intellect over emotion. So even though you have, you know, the King of Cups there, which is really connecting to your emotions, being like very emphatic, being someone who's very nurturing and caring and supportive, then your logical side comes over where you need to think about your strategy or get in order. So, you know, this could be a month where you have a real power up to do something bold and daring, and you need to get organized. But also it could be a strong month for communication, administrative tasks, you know, being on top of things, but also it's about you being a pro at whatever it is that you do, being in command. So these 2 months, July and August, are really strong months for you in particular. And also, you know, this is you having a good tight rein on your finances. Financially, you're making really great decisions there as well. You're having a lot of money savvy energy. Also, this is where you may use your voice. For some of you, you may want to do voiceovers this year, or you may want to get into radio or voice advertising, or write a book or publish something. This is a great month to really be seen and have it, you know, really taken seriously. And I feel it extends some way. It's almost like there's a crossover from July into August there for that. For some of you, it may be that you decide to write a book, or you decide to write about your experiences in order to help other people. And for some of you beautiful Virgos, you know, you are a pro at what you do, whatever it is. Even if you're retired and you used to do something when you were, you know, in the working environment, I feel like that knowledge can be put to use in some way. If you wanted to write like a course of learning for other people to learn from, and you could have it as passive income there, ticking over on the side, or it could even be that you are deciding to re-enter the working environment as a consultant. You may decide that, you know what, you don't really want to take retirement, or some of you may take early retirement, but still dip your toe in and be a consultant, because I get an energy here of being a consultant there and still having so much incredible, like a wealth of knowledge that you can impart on others. And some of you may impart that knowledge in your family. lineage there as well. So it doesn't have to be with other people, but I get a sense if you do have an entrepreneurship, you may even like launch something internationally in the month of August there, and it will be seen, and I feel like it could go viral or it could really take off in some way. Now as we move into the month of September, you know, the end of August, September, it's your beautiful birthday month, so this is about, you know, you reaching your goals and really being a force to be reckoned with. So this period is actually a great time for you, even if you're the sort of person who doesn't like to celebrate a birthday, because some people don't. But I definitely get a sense here that you're looking back at how much you've accomplished. It's almost like you are, and this is not going to resonate with everyone, but it's coming through, so I have to mention it. It's almost like you may measure your years rather than like January to December, but to your birthday, and then to your birthday, to the next year, and then the next year. So I feel like this is a milestone moment where you celebrate your wonderful self, because this is a card of celebration, okay? But it's also a card of learning lessons, and some of you may even take some travel during this time period, a nice getaway there. It may even be a big vacation that you take in this month to celebrate your wonderful self and to soak up extra culture and just, you know, really submerge yourself in what the world has to offer. But this is a card of victory. Okay, it's a victory read there. It's about everything being in balance, feeling like you're in the flow. And the World card indicates you're going to be in the right place at the right time to meet the right opportunities and the right people in this month. So let me see what's going on there for you. King of Wands. Look at that. As I said, you're getting all the kings. It's crazy. So you've had the King of Wands twice now. You've had the King of Cups and the King of Swords there. So this could also be about friends making you feel truly special and appreciating who you are and your presence in their life, because there's so many people there. It could also be people who influence you in some way for the better. But ultimately, you know, although you're an earth element, you're embodying this passionate, intense energy where you're influencing your life. You're getting the best out of life that best can be. And I really feel like you are passionate and motivated. And I feel like you're maybe even doing something bold and daring, like taking a vacation that is interesting that you've never done before, like go on safari or go on like one of those thrill-seeking vacations where you go kayaking down like a raging river, or you go skydiving, or, you know, you do something really like out of the norm. Now, of course, that's not going to resonate with everyone, but I feel like you're promising yourself that you want to come out of your comfort zone. And this year is really that year that you're going to do that too. And some of you, I feel, you know, some of you could be like super business oriented around about this time, but it's more about your energy, your passions. So you may find yourself like drifting off to a gallery to see new art, to the theater, or even like create a passion project yourself, because you're being led with your passions this month. And also I feel there's confidence because there's new good news happening in this month for you as well. So, I mean, it all sounds so super positive. I mean, for me, looking at your chart, I would say the months where there could be some plot twists for you, April and May, they have the potential to not make or break you. I don't feel like that at all. I'm just getting this energy that there are some major restructures that could bring a little bit of pressure or a little bit of worry or a little bit of anxiety, or just like having to stay on top of things and feeling like you're overwhelmed. Those months are the months to look out for you. But everything else seems to be, you know, really positive. Now, as we move into the month of October, most people have a tower round about this moment, but you're in the zone of peace. You're in that sort of in-between worlds energy where you're trusting the universe, you've gained enlightenment. You're the sort of person who sees below the surface anyway. You know, you don't take things at face value. So I feel intuitively you navigate any major restructures or changes or any chaos that could be going on in the world around you. I feel like you're creating a space of calm and you're receiving downloads, big messages this month. But also I feel like you've kept your eyes peeled on what's going on in the world around you anyway. And it's almost like a chessboard. You see the moves and what the potential outcomes could be. And you've created a really solid foundation for yourself to move through any changes, okay? This is a month also where you may develop your spiritual practices a little bit more. I mean, it could be a cusp that you're going away on a big vacation, and in some way from September into October, it's a spiritual retreat, or it could be somewhere where you have a spiritual revelation of some kind that deepens your belief system, because it really affects you in some way, you take it all the way through to November. It's giving you food for thought. There's something big in these 2 months, October and November, where you're really like connecting to your belief system, implementing, deeper spiritual practices. And some of you may even go off grid to really do a bit of soul searching this month, or even work on something that perhaps, you've had an idea on and you're really inspired by, but you just don't want to come up for air at that point. You just want to keep it to yourself. So, also, I feel for some of you, you may uncover a secret during this month, okay? But I'm just getting this energy of nothing shocks you. So deep down, probably your intuition felt it anyway. Eight of Swords. Okay, Eight of Swords is an energy of, releasing yourself from denial, seeing things as they truly are. And that's the energy that I was getting from this card. But it's also, a period of growth and healing, to recognize that you have the potential to come out of any cage that life throws at you. Okay, and sometimes we get in a rut and stuck with our own volition, our own mind. This is self-imposed restrictions. So I feel some of you are looking at where you have the potential to ground yourself, and not in a healthy way. Also, this could be a month where you really go through a purification process, detoxing body, mind, and soul. But there could be some really painful emotions that rise to the surface this month, because when we're going through a period of personal growth and development, it's not this wonderful lollipops, rainbows, and glitter moments. It's actually sorting through the mud of life, the experiences that you've had. And it can bring a tear to your eye, but it actually releases the pressure in order to get closure on really difficult situations. So I feel this month could be a month where you recognize it's hard being an earth angel. And that's really interesting. It just came from left field, that sentence. It's hard being an earth angel, because you tend to be someone who helps everybody. Okay, you're always there trying to make sure that you find out the best information for someone, or you're there as a friend for someone. And you may find that sometimes people cannot be there for you in the same way that you've been there for them. Now, I feel like you're not holding that against them. At the same time, you're recognizing reciprocity is important. And if you notice that some people are also going through some really critical dramas or traumas in their life, you recognize that they can't always be there for you either. So I feel like you're being really mature in that energy, but at the same time, you're recognizing who, drains your energy and who really doesn't want to give back, or who, when it's time that you need something and suddenly they've disappeared, and they're out there having fun, and you're like, well, what about me? So I feel like you're really looking at that as well this month. I mean, we got the Ten of Wands there, so it can indicate you're looking at sometimes you overload yourself, okay? You put other people's needs above yours sometimes, and I feel like you're really addressing the balance. Ten of Wands is also an energy of taking on too much. So you may go off grid because you've got a lot on, or you're trying to prioritize what's important there for you. And some of you may feel the pressure a little bit more this month as well. But I feel, meditation or taking quiet moments to pause are important for you this month too. I mean, the Ten of Wands can also indicate that you're getting closure. You're burning away the excess stuff that you don't want to take with you anymore. I feel you are literally creating space for something greater. So I feel this could be, a very cathartic month for you. Also, when you're really successful, right, and you've got a lot going on, sometimes you don't have time to connect to the people that you really care about, but it's important to remember what's important, right? Of course, business or money or tasks and responsibilities are important, but I feel you are trying to find time to stop and smell the roses, or in this case, the tulips, right? But also, the Ten of Wands can indicate that it's lonely at the top. When you reach a certain level of success, you need to perpetuate the cycle, to continue it, and it can feel like a lot of pressure. So don't burn the candle at both ends. This is a really big month to recognize there could be potential burnout. And, whilst you're strengthening your belief system, and, it's important to get some quality rest there, okay? I mean, the High Priestess can be a card of caution. So it can be, basically don't get yourself overburdened or take on too much, because although you're strong enough to do everything, you don't have to. If you can find a way to delegate or prioritize, that's really important in this month. Now, as you move into November, we do have the Hierophant. Interesting that two very strong belief system energies are connected together. So I feel this could be you questioning a belief or returning to a tradition, something that you always used to do. But also, this is a big month for learning for you. So some of you could actually employ your knowledge and help other people, but it could also be that you pick up a new course of learning or spend a lot of time reading a book or devouring information that helps you in some way. The Hierophant can also be about conventions or even expectations. I feel with the World card present in this latter part of the year, I feel like you've met your expectations and now you're on to the next. What's new? What else can I do? So remember, you need to have quality rest before you take on the next project. Also, with the Hierophant energy, this can represent the establishment, people who govern our society. So you could see some major rules or regulations change during this period. And, looking at the Magician card for you for December, I feel like you're empowered. So it may affect you in some way where you want to initiate change and rise to the occasion, or you control your part of the world and make it work for you. So let me just see what's going on there with that Hierophant card. We got the Ace of Swords. Major breakthrough month for you as well, but also clarity of mind, learning. This is about your destiny, unlocking another portal for you. Major transformation month. So it could be an epiphany in terms of your belief system, or you reestablish or strengthen a belief there. This is the law of karma. Lots of synchronicity this month for you. Expect quick results. And, it could be something that you've communicated to the universe that shows up for you. Also, this is about you taking responsibility and accountability for your actions and everything that you expect. For some of you, it could be like there's a breakthrough in your marriage, for example. Some of you, it could be that you get married during this period, because the Hierophant can also be a marriage card. Also, it could be that some of you move in with your partner, or get the keys to a new home. If you're trying to go into real estate this year, I definitely see there is some major fluctuations in price. A lot of property will actually go down in price. Okay, I mean, there may be the odd cheeky one that tries to increase, but the majority of the housing market, I see that it will go down. I mean, not by much, but I feel like it will go down there, and you may have a really strong potential to purchase in the month of, I would say, July, August, September time is a good time for you, but contracts and things like that won't be finalized or really looked at until the month of November there as well. If you're signing a contract, make sure you look at the small print, because, I don't see anything hidden, especially, if you're signing a contract in April, then I would definitely keep your eyes peeled, because you may need to revisit something that you're not happy with. But ultimately, this is a card of, really expressing yourself and being clear about what it is that you want. But also, I feel you suddenly know what to do next, okay? And you must act on it. So it could be that you have a piece of information, that you suddenly hear on the grapevine. For example, it's like you uncover a secret in the previous month, the month of October there. So you may use that knowledge for your benefit there as well. So it could be that you discover a conversation, or you walk into a conversation, or you find out new knowledge, and it really helps you long term. Now, your final month, you're leaving December on a really high note. This is about your manifestations. Looking back at the year and recognizing that you were in control of your destiny and that you turned visions into reality. But there's more to come. This is a high month for attracting more, you having more confidence than ever before, and also taking action. You're going to be super productive and busy in the month of December. Okay, so it could be that you're planning to, hold a dinner for your family and friends, or it could be if, normally your friends or family do the dinners. It could be that you're going to be doing it this year, because I feel like there's a change there, change in tradition in some way. Also, the Magician card, I'm getting an energy of you've got this. You have what it takes to make life happen on your own terms. And 2024 really proves that to you. But also, this is about leaving the year in balance, that you have all the skills that you need. You have the earth because, you know, the magician has everything on that table at his or her disposal. So earth is all about your plans, your determination, your hardworking focus, and also you've got fire, which is all about your tenacity, your passion and your drive and your intention, as well as water, which is about the dream, the goal, the visualizations. And of course, you've got the swords, which is to take action or to write it down, but to communicate to the universe and to see things through to the end. Remember, thoughts become things. And I really feel like you're in control as you leave December. And you kind of look back on the year like, you know what? Wow, I accomplished a lot. And I feel like you should be proud of yourself. Whoa, okay, that's really explosive energy. Interesting, you've got the King of Swords there. You've also got the Eight of Pentacles. I'm just going to go get that card over there. One moment, please. It is the World card. So it's the end of the year, and you accomplished a lot, and you're really proud. One moment, please. Sorry about that, my beautiful Virgo. I just had to pop over there and get that for you. The World card. So, King of Swords, it's like looking back or thinking. Okay, recognizing thoughts become things. This is a strong card for that. But the King of Swords is also about keeping your eye on the potential and possibility for 2025 as well. I feel with the King of Swords, you're even strategizing for the following year. So December is a really busy month for you. Also focusing on yourself, Eight of Pentacles, but also this is a bit more of a practical energy where you are looking at your bills, your repayment plans and your savings plans, pensions, things like that, but also that you're in a routine. So I feel some of you may implement a major routine this year that perhaps you've never done before or that you've been thinking about doing, but you stick to it and you see that actually you accomplish a lot by implementing that routine, whether it's to get up at 5 in the morning and do a blog or, you know, write some stuff down that you really want to accomplish and you tick off your list. Whatever it is, I feel like you get into the flow of something and you become, you know, a pro at it and it really starts to work out for you. 8 also is the number of the self, and this is the year of 8. So I feel like you're really focusing on your own needs. I feel this is a card of dedication. There may be something to repair. I don't like to give that in the month of December, but it's not critical. Okay, in the month of April, it's critical, whatever it is. It has the potential to break down, and you may actually have to replace it. Is what I'm seeing there. You may even replace it end of April into May there, but I feel it's not critical, whatever it is. You manage to fix it in the month of December, and you don't have to pay out for it, okay? Eight of Pentacles, I feel a steady amount of money there. The money that you earned is due to hard work. There is the potential for a little bit of a win round about the month of let me see, that was April, May, June time. So especially if you're in some sort of lottery pool or collective, I mean, it could be that you even go to like a festival or a fair and you win something. There's a communal event or a communal energy around that. But the world is like you're ready for a new year. You're closing out the year feeling accomplished and that you did your best. You're in the right place at the right time to experience some really awesome opportunities and you had a lot of fun along the way. Okay, so I'm just going to close your reading now. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides. Whoa, there is some really explosive energy going on here for you. Let me just grab that card for you. We've got Comfort. Oh, they want me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide? Thank you so much. And finally, we have... Can you please guide my beautiful Virgo? What do they need to know? We have In the Shadows and New Birth. This is a big year for new birth for you. We have Comfort, okay? And it says here, take refuge in strength. You're living well, easy transition, protected, fearless, and stability. And that all came out as well there. You know, some people are not happy with the length of these readings, but I do go into depth. It is a yearly reading, so they are going to be pretty much double the amount of time I normally do on a reading. But I feel it's important, you know, something that you can move back to from time to time throughout the year just to see what's going on there. We've also got perspective, different view of things, being objective, long run, creative work, and shiny objects. Okay, and we've also got vigilance, looking for opportunities. and it says, keep going, don't quit, make your own luck, the path is lit. Well, you will be making your own luck, but as you can see with the Wheel of Fortune coming out and the horseshoe, you're definitely going to have some extra luck along the way as well. They show me paper clips now as well for you. So this can indicate organization, compartmentalization, and prioritization this year as well. You're going to be super organized and things are going to come together. Whenever you got a paper clip, it's like all the things, then you put it into a little pack together and you clip it down. It's like you seal the deal, okay? And it says here, in the shadows, keep your personal life private, not the right time, move in silence. And I do see a lot of that energy happening there for you. When the moment is right, you will reveal, and that could be round about the month of July for you. But ultimately, I see you like doing you and keeping your self to yourself, really. It says new birth, creation, and metamorphosis, birthing something new, and it's coming into being. Okay, so a very positive year ahead for you. Okay, you're the only sign to get a rune and a trinket. Okay, every other sign has literally, you know what, oh my gosh. When I started your reading, and I didn't call it because I wasn't sure if it was relevant, but this trinket kept gleaming at me in when I was doing the beginning of your reading there. Lucky cat, golden cat there, okay? Now cats, they represent independence, seizing opportunities, seizing the moment, also strategizing as well. I love it when they do that little shuffle, when they've got their eye on their goal and then they pounce. So I feel this is your energy this year, okay? And it was gleaming at me before I even started your reading. And when I was doing like the beginning part, it just kept shining at me. And, you know, of course, it's relevant because it came out, but I should have mentioned it at the beginning. But then, you know, when you mention something in the beginning, and then if I went in there, maybe I would intentionally go to get it by accident. I normally close my eyes to get the trinkets, and of course you can't see that, so you have to trust me. But I just, you know, I don't like to mention those things in case it influences. Only if I see it in the scrying will I mention it. We've also got the teddy bear, which represents comfort, but also connecting to your inner child, opening yourself up to more playfulness this year, but also with a platform of security. So, and finally, we have the ice rune, static. You're looking at where energy losses are, where you drain your energy, or if anyone drains your energy there. Also, this is a rune of privacy. Okay, it can also be a rune of focus, intense focus this year to get stuff done. Also, it can indicate cooling off periods. You know, making sure you connect to things, but also having a cooling off period where you get to think, is this really right for me? And also it can be a rune of separating from things, situations, or people that you feel you no longer have an affinity with, because you are here to live your wonderful, authentic life. And if they're not vibing with you, or you've outgrown it, matured away from it, then you're owning it and saying, it's not for me. It's time to leave this now with love and light. Okay, so I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you, my beautiful Virgo. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Virgo, and love and light.